snowplow owners to head to local fire halls and join the road clearing network. In Beaver, 911 operators say their lines have been jammed and would like people please only call if there's an extreme emergency. In Butler County, the National Guard is on duty and medics have been patrolling the turnpike to help stranded motorists. In Washington County, the National Guard is standing by there as well, and PennDOT asks everyone with a road grader to help clear the roadways. Another area community is trying to get things back to normal the day after. Our Lori Pinto of our Westmoreland County Mobile Newsroom is in Greensburg. Lori, what's the situation there?
Well, Lori, it just started snowing again here in Westmoreland County, but it's the wind that's really still causing the problems here. With 2.5 to 3 feet of snow on the ground, the wind is really stirring things up, creating snowdrifts. You can see this one over here, how high it is. And I'm told that in some places, the snowdrifts are as high as 5 to 6 feet, making the roads just impassable. The county remains in a snow emergency, and police are still advising everyone to stay off the roads. Most major highways like I-70 and the Turnpike remain closed. And secondary roads, especially in the Laurel Mountain region, I'm told, if you don't have to be on them, just stay home, stay warm. Westmoreland County 911 says it's had dozens of calls from stranded motorists stuck on highways all over the area. In response to those calls, the Red Cross has set up several shelters around Westmoreland County. I'm told that many people spent the night in those shelters, and I guess the question this morning is when they'll be able to get back on the road. The National Guard has also been helping police in Westmoreland County get the people stuck along the highway. And in some cases, in East Huntington Township, for example, I'm told that police have to use snowmobiles to get the people stuck along the highway. Some incredible stories here this morning. But luckily, Lori, no reports of any serious injuries here in Westmoreland County. Reporting live in Greensburg, Lori Pinto, Channel 11 News.
Lori, I'll bet you just about everyone has a snow-related story to tell.
You're not kidding. It's crazy out here. I'm told that in Lower Burl, some 200 folks in town for Western Pennsylvania Junior Wrestling Championships got stuck at the high school there last night. They set up a Red Cross shelter there, and they spent the night. Also, the Red Cross people tell me that a Mennonite family traveling near New Stanton got stuck, and they had 8 horses traveling with them. So the Red Cross not only had to find a place for the family to stay, but the horses as well.
Yeah, a lot of incredible stories. Of course, we had to spend the night at the newsroom, so we're right in there with it. All right, Lori Pinto from our Westmoreland County Newsroom. We thank you so much for that update. You're all wondering about the forecast, and our man Kevin is standing by to give you what you need. Kevin.
Good morning, Lori, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for turning us on here again at Channel 11 News Sunday morning. It is good to have you with us here this morning as we get set to try to dig out from underneath this thing. As Lori Pinto mentioned, and I've been mentioning for the last couple of days here, you boil it down to 2 things, the snow and the wind. Big-time snowfall amounts are over. Western PA, maybe an inch in some local areas, maybe 2 additional inches. Where Lori was over in Westmoreland County and on into the mountains, it's possible they could see 3 to 6 more additional inches of snow. There you get a look at the storm and the track of the thing as it works its way out of the southwest across the Gulf states. Just look at the size of this thing, and just to imagine the power, the velocity of this thing as it just continues to work its way to the north and to the east. As I was mentioning a little bit earlier, I want to bring up to date on the advisories, the official advisories coming in from the Weather Service in Pittsburgh, and it goes like this. The blizzard warning for western Pennsylvania has expired. It has now been reduced to a winter weather advisory and a wind advisory. Now, the blizzard warning continues for the mountains because they're still expecting some more snow to fall, and across the entire region, the wind is going to be the big thing today because the wind is going to be basically 2 things. It's going to give you some frigidly cold wind chills, dangerously low wind chill factors, and it's also going to be blowing and drifting snow across the entire Channel 11 viewing area. So the wind is going to be the big story today. We're only expecting a high of about 18. It's only 11 or 12 degrees out there now. The wind chill will make it feel like it's about 30 below. But here's the storm now. As you can see, still some clouds, quite a bit of cloudiness over western Pennsylvania, and the storm is wrapped around in the New England states now. Let's just take you high into the sky and give you another perspective, another vantage point, because here you can start to see the weather that we're expecting, the stuff that's going to be moving in here. Look at that definition, how well-defined that line of clearing is back across the old Buckeye State. Our skies will gradually clear tonight, and we're going down to 6 degrees overnight tonight. Let me show you another perspective, though. As you can see, here's the storm well up here over the New England states, and it continues to gradually move away. And then you get a look at all of this clearing here, and that's why we're expecting our sky to clear. And as I turn around and show you the west coast now, you see another development that is set to come in here. We'll probably start clear tomorrow, and we'll gradually see skies begin to cloud up, and it looks like this development will mean a mixed bag of precipitation on Tuesday, and then it'll start to turn over into just some flakes and flurries coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, but really it's going to be nothing like this record breaker that we had over the past couple of days here. So big time snow is over. Wind is going to be the big problem. Here comes the Channel 11 Carnegie Science Center forecast. It's 11 degrees, wind is gusting to 32, humidity 73%, pressure is rising. Now then the forecast. Quite cold, windy, a few snow showers today, just an inch or so in western PA. 3 to 6 in the mountains, blowing and drifting. High today, 18 degrees. Coming up tonight, it'll start to clear, become very cold. That'll be a record low if we achieve that for the rush hour tomorrow morning. Low is 6 degrees. Quickly on through the Carnegie Science Center 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, basically just clouds on the increase, 34. That next system I showed you coming from the west will mean a mix for us on Tuesday, 42 for a high, and then falling temperatures. Just a few flakes on Wednesday and 32 degrees, and Thursday is looking like just a couple of flakes, and 34 Friday. Finally, it starts to get better. Spring is coming up next weekend, you know. That's the way it looks from the Channel 11 Weather Center and Carnegie Science Center. Now for more news, here's Lori Savage.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, getting that car dug out and started could be quite a task. Here with some advice is AAA's Steve Popovich. Steve. All right, we'll have Steve just a little bit later. While our team coverage continues of Blizzard 93, stay with us. We've got much more ahead. Folks, at least get the cars off the side of the road, into the driveways, and just off the road so that they can plow.
Well, in that case, depending upon how much the car is on the street, we'll certainly make an effort to do that so that they can clear the local roads. But that'll depend on the situation. We're going to make every attempt to do that. Service is currently about 60 minutes on average delay at this time. Our tow trucks are having as much difficulty navigating the local roads as the motorists are.
Sure, all right, so emergencies only.
Yes.
Bob Pelt, AAA, thanks so much for giving us that update.
Thank you, Larry.
Well, some area college students are granted a long weekend thanks to the snow. There will be no classes tomorrow at Robert Morris College, both campuses, Duquesne University, Penn State, and Clarion College. CCAC will be closed today, but as we understand it, students will have to report for class tomorrow. Now, that's all the school closings we have for you now. We probably will not know more for quite a while, but we'll compile a list as reports comes in, and we will have the complete school closing report beginning at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning on starting today. So if you please don't call the meeting. Thank you. Well, utility companies say that if your power goes out, don't panic. Chances are your power will be restored in about an hour. If a problem occurs, contact your local power company, and if you do have an emergency, and I do stress emergencies only here, here's the number at the Allegheny County Emergency Line. It's 392-8550. Again, the number, 392-8550. Duquesne Light tells us it has restored power to most areas in Allegheny County, with the exception of parts of Scott Township and Green Tree Borough. Now, if you are a Duquesne Light customer and you're having problems, here's the number to call. It is 393-7000. Again, that number, 393-7000. And the suggestion from the Allegheny County Department of Aging, check in on the elderly neighbors, especially those who might be housebound. As for problems with your phone, we understand from Bella PA, folks are having a little trouble getting a dial tone in some areas. That's volume. Too many people using the phone, and that's to be fixed as the day goes on. These stories are ahead on Channel 11 News Sunday morning. Our Blizzard of 93 coverage continues. Roads are still closed, buses are still stopped, and the airport is crowded with stranded passengers. We'll have the latest on the emergency situation with live team coverage. It's all coming up on Channel 11 News Sunday morning.
Now, from the station voted best in the state by the Associated Press, Channel 11 News Sunday morning.
Good morning, I'm Lori Savage. You are waking up to the Blizzard of 93. It is one for the record books. A snowfall to be measured in feet, not inches. The National Weather Service says 23.6 inches of snow fell from early Saturday until midnight, and that is a record for the most snowfall ever in a 24-hour period here in the Pittsburgh area. It's break the previous record set back in 1890 when 22 inches of snow fell in one day. Well, our Pete Yaksik is standing by at the Allegheny County Emergency Command Center. He's been there through the night. He joins us now with the latest on the storm situation.
Well, Lori, the emergency officials here have been working around the clock, many of them getting no sleep, if maybe a little at all. And they are coordinating all the assistance calls coming in from all reaches of the county. No serious problems to report at this time. And we know there are over 200 volunteer fire departments out there throughout the county that are standing by. They are actually sleeping at their fire halls, helping out many ways that they can. And the county also has 17 four-wheel drive vehicles situated strategically throughout the county to help hospital personnel to get in. And we know all the hospitals are still functioning, performing critical operations. So these are very essential tasks the county emergency people are undertaking along with the local volunteer fire department. And the officials here are asking neighbors to look after one another. It's going to be a matter of neighbor helping neighbor, and they are stressing, if you know of any elderly people in your community, go on over, take a look and see how they're doing. And also, we're hearing a lot of grumbling about yesterday's decision to hold Pittsburgh's St. Patrick's Day parade. The parade was held. It started only about 15 minutes late. It was supposed to last 2.5 hours. It lasted about 45 minutes, and that's because of all the no-shows. There was supposed to be 187 various units in the parade. Only about a quarter of those units actually showed up. Again, a lot of, as I said, grumbling about why was the parade held in these conditions. We'll probably hear a lot more tomorrow, much more scrutiny when the city officials come back in. So that's one downside to this. But the up note is that a lot of people working hard to make the streets safe and to get everybody through this. But again, if you don't have to come out, don't come out. The worst is over, but still very frigid conditions. Reporting live from Pittsburgh's Strip District, I'm Pete Yaksik, Channel 11 News.
Yeah,
Lori, back to you.
Pete, and another reason that people should stay in is to keep the area clear for emergency crews and still have to get through.
Yeah, that was what the PennDOT officials also were stressing last night, along with state police, that that's why they were clearing out the interstates and the main arteries to make the roadways clear for the ambulances. As we said, the hospitals are still functioning as usual. So if you don't have to come out, don't come out. It's not a good idea. It's very frigid. The snow may have tapered off, but
Right.
the winds are still pretty strong.
Right, and this is a good time, too, to mention that most churches have canceled all services, including the Pittsburgh Diocese. No need to go out there as well. All right, then. Thank you so much, Pete. Now, West Virginia authorities are still searching for two groups of people. 5 people went out hiking on Friday, and the other group went out on horseback yesterday. The groups are believed to be in the Cranberry Glades Wilderness area. The storm reportedly dumped nearly 3 feet of snow there yesterday. Officials are hoping both groups found shelter while the search continues. And the storm has some local high school students stuck in Erie. A group of South Allegheny high school students had traveled to Toronto for a school outing. They expected to be home last night, but by the time they made it to Erie, the roads had all closed. Everybody's okay there, though. And rescue crews are out in full force near State College. Someone in a 4-wheel drive vehicle rescued 4 people from a rest stop on I-80. Some motorists will be able to find buried cars thanks to the help of firefighters who managed to put flags on them under all that snow. Well, thousands of people are also stranded at Pittsburgh International Airport. They have been stuck there since the airport shut down yesterday. Our Jennifer Ankoviak, well, she's stuck there too. And she spent the night among the travelers to tell us how they and you fared.
Well, do you want me to be honest about it?
Sure, Jennifer, go
I'll
ahead.
tell you what. First of all, last night they were looking at it as an adventure. It was a fun place to be, kind of making the most of it. This morning, we're done playing games. We're done pretending that it's an adventure. We're getting kind of surly. Everybody wants to get out of here. I know I want to get my contacts out, brush my teeth. These are the kinds of things that these people want to do. I'm over right now where many have come today to take a look, and it tells some bad news. Our departures and arrivals canceled the whole way down for the morning hour. As we were able to confirm for you, the next chance that U.S. Air is even going to try to get a plane out of here won't be until 8 o'clock tonight. So people have another long wait, and as far as beyond that, they tell me there's a 50-50 chance that people will have to stay here for the rest of the night. One final note that I do want to mention, you were talking about church services. The people at the airport have been wonderful, trying to make people as comfortable as possible. They've been making announcements this morning that a Roman Catholic service will be held here at 10:30, so people do have that option too. The church is canceled everywhere else, but this is one of the benefits of being stranded out here at the airport, I guess.
One of the few benefits, isn't that right? I guess people are getting...
Sorry, I can't hear you, Laura.
Jennifer, can you hear me? No. All right. Jennifer Ankoviak live at the Pittsburgh International Airport, where people are getting just a little bit grumpy, as you can imagine. Well, as for public transportation, nothing moving this morning. Port Authority Transit pulled its fleet of buses and trolleys yesterday. Now, the good news is that Pat Transit will evaluate the situation for the T around 10 a.m. and are beginning to put chains on the buses. So there probably will be some kind of public transportation by late this afternoon. We are in touch with Pat officials, and we will let you know as soon as the schedule gradually resumes for some kind of public transportation. One area particularly hard hit by the storm is Westmoreland County. Here's how it looks in the Greensburg area this morning in our live shot from the Westmoreland County Mobile Newsroom. Our Lori Penco will join us live from the State Police Barracks there, coming up in the next hour of news to give us the latest on road conditions and emergency efforts. Well, stay with us. We've got much more ahead on Channel 11 News Sunday morning.
Kevin Benson, and thank you for waking up with us here this morning. Time is coming up on 9:43 now, 17 minutes before 10 o'clock in the morning. And here are some snow amounts, just in case you're wondering how we fared in comparison with other locations in western Pennsylvania. Airport picking up 24 inches of snow, significant blowing and drifting. Not so bad, but bad enough in the Venango County, Franklin Oil City area, 14 inches of snow. Erie picking up 12 inches of snow. Look at the real winter over here in Westmoreland County, and this is just coming out of Latrobe. Could be as many as 40 inches on the ground in some locations in Westmoreland County. Airport in Latrobe, 36 inches of snow. Johnstown, 25 inches. Take a look at DuBois, Clearfield County, and northern Jefferson County. DuBois, 24 inches of snow. Bradford picked up 18 inches of snow, but with all the snow that's already on the ground, they have 44 inches of snow on the ground in Bradford. Now, the big-time snowfall amounts are over, folks. The real concern today is going to be the wind, because the wind will produce very frigidly cold wind chill factors, and it's also going to be blowing and drifting the snow through the day. Western Pennsylvania, we may get another inch or two. That would be about the maximum. In the mountains, you could end up with 3 to 6 inches as you head over here into these ridges, and it'll be blowing and drifting right on through the day today. People like to make comparisons how this storm compares to storms in the past. Well, take a look at this. Here's one comparison. Greatest Pittsburgh snowfall in a month. January 1978 is the winner, 40.2 inches. But March 1993 comes in the second position, 33.9 inches. And November 1950, the year of that big storm, 33.2 inches. Take a look at this record now for most snow in one day for Pittsburgh. It's a new record. The storm that we just experienced set a record, March 13th, 1993. 23.6 inches of snow. That one was in the record books. It's the granddaddy of them all. And December 17th, 1890 was the previous record 103 years ago. 22 inches of snow. Very quickly here, I'll just give you one more look at this baby, because you can see the track of this storm. You can see it so clearly on these graphics. Channel 11 and Carnegie Science Center have been tracking this storm all week to give you the most accurate, up-to-date weather information. Take a look at it as it just works its way right across the Gulf and right up the coast, and now it continues to just wrap itself up and just gradually move away. We expect skies to be clearing. Temperatures will be cold, and the wind chill will be frigid right on through today, tonight, and on into part of tomorrow. All right, here comes your exclusive Channel 11 Carnegie Science Center forecast. Temperature 12 degrees, blowing and drifting snow, wind northwest at 21, humidity 73%, pressure is 29.73, and it's falling. And now the Channel 11 Carnegie Science Center forecast, quite cold, windy, a few snow showers, and the temperature is 18 degrees. And for tonight, clearing and very cold, and the low temperature is down to 6 degrees. That'll be a record low temperature if we happen to hit that one. Here comes a quick look at the 5-day forecast now. Tomorrow going to be clouds, and actually we'll start with some sun, and clouds will gradually increase, and we will get up to 34 degrees. Normal high for this time of year is in the 40s. Here comes another development from the west. It could mean a mix for us on Tuesday and 42 degrees. It'll be nothing like this thing that we're just dealing with now. And on Wednesday, you can see that we're looking for just a few flakes and flurries. Wednesday, 32. Just a couple of flakes Thursday and 34. And we're closing in on spring as we get towards next weekend. Friday looks like clouds and sun and 38 degrees. There's a look at the Channel 11 Carnegie Science Center forecast. Now for more news, here's Lori Savage.
Did I hear you say we're closing in on spring, Kevin?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are.
I certainly hope so. Well, the eastern seaboard begins to put the pieces back together today, now that the worst of the storm is over. President Clinton has declared 21 Florida counties eligible for emergency disaster funds. Florida was hardest hit by the storm. It moved across the Sunshine State, spinning off tornadoes in 15 counties, killing 18 people. Our nation's capital was also hit hard. Several inches of heavy snow fell quickly, blanketing Washington, D.C. The sheer weight pulled down power lines, huge trees toppled, sometimes even smashing cars. Motorists found the going especially tough for a while before the plows and salt trucks went to work. Another problem, the fast-falling snow quickly turned to sleet and freezing rain. New York City also had a brush with high winds and blizzard-like snow. One particularly dangerous incident came when windows crashed down on West 57th Street. Police had to close part of the street as glass shattered and fell to the ground below. No injuries reported. Well, just like Pittsburgh International, airports up and down the East Coast have come to a standstill, and the waiting game for passengers is well underway. Ed Gallek reports on the situation at another U.S. air hub in Charlotte, North Carolina.
They're smiling, but they're stuck. Stuck at the airport with thousands and thousands of other passengers, strangers who had no intention of spending a night together in Charlotte.
I started in New London, Connecticut, at the Coast Guard Academy, and now I'm going to Atlanta.
We started in Columbus, Ohio this morning. We're going to Fort Lauderdale.
But nobody's going anywhere when the flight schedule says canceled next to everything. And instead of smiling, most people are sleeping or steaming because they're so mad.
I'll put it as nice as I can. It's been a very aggravating day for everybody.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I don't want to go to sleep, but I'm really tired.
So many people are stranded, U.S. Air is passing out boxes of blankets. While some folks stare at the planes parked outside, others stand in lines to find out when they might get a seat on another flight.
Flight 1515.
Howard and Rosalind Bear are in for a very long weekend.
Now, I cannot get out of here tonight. Can't get out of here tomorrow. Possibly Monday.
In the end, how long you have to wait depends a lot on where you're going. Saturday night, U.S. Air said that on Sunday, it doesn't expect to fly any planes into or out of Philadelphia, New York, or New England. Ed Gallek for NBC News, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, yesterday, a U.S. Air jet skidded off the runway at Charlotte. No one was injured in the accident. Well, stay with us right here on Channel 11 News. We have continued coverage of the blizzard of 93. So don't go away. Also, we've got Mr. Food coming up. Area this morning, after a record snowfall, the digging out begins. Good morning, I'm Lori Savage. The blizzard of 93 is a record breaker. Nearly 2 feet of snow fell in the Pittsburgh area in less than 24 hours. Now, officially, the National Weather Service says 23.6 inches fell from early Saturday morning until midnight, and that breaks a record set back in 1890, 103 years ago, for the most snowfall in one day. Now, that's a lot of snow to move, but that's the task facing Pennsylvanians. Until then, the region is at a virtual standstill. Nothing is moving this morning except those wind-whipped flags you see right here. Snow plows and emergency vehicles are moving as well. The airport closed, all bus and trolley service canceled, and the turnpikes, both parkways, and all interstates shut down as the state of emergency remains in effect for Pennsylvania this morning. The blizzard also left a deadly path as it made its way up the eastern seaboard. So far, a total of 42 people are reported dead. Most of them were killed by violent tornadoes in Florida, as many as 18 victims there. The storm also claimed the life of a local man who suffered a heart attack while shoveling snow in the South Hills yesterday. So, is the worst behind us? Kevin Benson's here with the latest details to let us know exactly what we can expect today. Kevin.
Good morning, Lori. Good morning again, everyone. Yes, I've been working with forecasters at Carnegie Science Center. We've been
The snow drifted up to the house, right up to the windows here. And yet, here where the wind was blowing, you can see it's down to the grass. Randolph and Dusty play on the grass. here beside one of the vans. It's drifted up beside the side. The wind here on top of the hill was pretty severe at times, and gives you an idea of how deep it was. That's where we've shoveled out from the garage. Here it is at the window. We can't get the front door open. The only door we could get open today was the back door. There was about 2 foot of snow against it. Our neighbors have been completely closed off. Can't get their cars out. The truck just went up and down the road and cleaned up some of the snow off of the roads, so you can see up through there. Last night the snow was so bad that you couldn't travel on the roads. The bottoms of the cars would bottom out. You couldn't go anywhere. People are now trying to dig out. It's sunny out today. This is Sunday. And you can see our neighbors over there where the snow drifted up above their hedges and such. This is all pretty well wind torn through here. Can't go too far. The battery's not working, and I can only go as far as the extension cord lets me go. Pausing for now. See here where the wind over the last couple storms has taken down the shrubbery, bent it over. Don't know if it's going to be able to be reclaimed or not. Looking right into the wind right now. See the snowbank in front of us. Gives you an idea of how deep it is. Back of the house. The way the wind is blowing and taking in the Randolph says it's deep out here, but I think it's more him than the snow. You see here where the mailbox is pretty much covered, about halfway up. Again, the wind's cleaned off our yard, but we can't get out of our drive because it's so deep.
Now, how do I get up?
Down the street. You can see where it's drifted. It's the house again. People shoveling out. Hey Randy, pull that cord out. Where they've pushed it off the road hasn't made that much difference. Made some. There's an idea of how deep it is in front of the house over there, halfway up the door. Hedges are covered. Wind's still blowing. You can see how deep it is there in the garage. Hey, Randolph. Randolph. Stand behind your car. Stand. Whoa. Stand behind your car. You can see how deep it was there against. There's Randolph. And he's standing at the base. That's how far the snow was at our garage door. That's all for now.
Record. No, this isn't a different day. This is Monongahela versus Carroll Township. Uncle Carrie's car. Right there. Coming up on John Town.
Pam's car.
Sure.
There's Marcy crying. This is outside. This is a drift of Paul Pete's house almost. They're tunneling it out. Our front porch.
Oh, this is better than at our house, man. This is long. This is
Well,
nicer than ours is a big pile of snow.
see the snow's bare up there.
Up on the driveway.
Our front porch, you see Billy didn't take the garbage and put it in the can.
Come on, put that down. Put it down. It's not clear.
Look how high it is. But there it's bare. There's Marcy crying. Come on out, crawl out. This is a snowdrift, they've hollowed it out. There's her icicle, her scooper. There's Billy being the boss. Where's Andrew? Oh, there's his butt.
What?
They're tunneling out the snowdrift.
Okay.
Marcy, crawl through again. Say hi to God.
Hi, Grandma. How you doing?
Here's it.
That was an little.
This is it. Tell her hi more. Oh.
Marcy, you want to come look at our thing? Yeah. At mine? Yeah.
There's the tunnel.
It ain't quite done yet, but...
Where's,
Yep.
there's Pete.
Dead end.
Not out too much. There's Nick.
Hi, Pete.
Enjoying the view. Let's go see Sparky. There's the cover. Pete ripped off his door to twist. Billy said, here's Pete from Florida. There he is. Pete from Florida. Sunglass Pete. There's Nick barking. Bet you don't miss that.
Nicky, you want one too?
There's Nicky. There's Billy being graceful.
Look at the camera.
Here, Nick. There's Nicky. He's a nice silly, goofy dog. But better than Kara. Stuck plowed out in front of my car. Hopefully I can get it out. This is 2 days after the snow. This is Monday. You know, all the wind blew it all over. Probably the Eisenmingers. But that's how much check plowed from the front yard. There's the Ritz. Gubby's house. With no snow around it. Because it blew all up. Before the wind started blowing, the snow was covering the tractor. Now it blew it all away. Okay, we're going to show you how big the snow is. Come on over here, Marsh. There's my gas grill covered with snow. Couldn't get out the door. Hey, Marsh, go stand over by your swing set. There's Marcy standing by the drift. Go down there a little bit, Marcy. See how high it is on her? Pretty high. Go walk through it, Marsh. Walk through it.
Walk through it?
Yeah, oh well, you know, she is not paying attention. There she goes. See how high the snow is? Oh well, let's go see Spark. The pool, 4 foot high, and there's the snow level with it. What a treat. Where's that stupid bunny? There she is. We're going to go get her. I have to turn this off, so it's a mountain I have to climb through. I'll tell you something, I'm standing crooked because I'm stuck in a snowdrift up to my knees. Uh-oh, look, he's reaching. Good, Mark. But at least he ain't getting hurt. Jeez, man, this is... I'm up to my knees in this drift. I gotta turn this off. I'm gonna kill myself. Here's Sparky. This is Sparky. Wonder how she... Oh! Hello, Sparky. Look how she's getting black gubs. There's her scarf. Whoa, ouch. Same old Sparky. Ow! Say hi, Sparky. Come on up. Come on, Spark. Look at her. She survived the blizzard, too. Isn't she a good bunny? Ow. Bye, Sparky. Thank you. Bye-bye, Spark. Boy, look, even she got snow. Poop and snow. You can tell Billy's been cleaning. Bye-bye, Spark. Boy, she got a thick coat, too. It's like, wow, look. Sparky. He's got, look at her. You'd almost think she's pregnant. Oh, there's her butt scarf. Silly rabbit. Bye. There, she said goodbye. Around the pool. Man, it's just a horrible day. It's freezing out here. See the drift on the deck? Can't even open through the snow up there. See, it must be nuts to be out here. It's like 0 out here. See, the wind blew all the snow away. And there it is. Well, let's go see the Ritz at the top of the hill. That's a big drift. I've almost killed myself in. Enough is enough snow. Not all the same color. My garbage can. Look at my gas grill. And it's been hot all day. There's Billy and Andrew. Hey, Bill! Wave hi, Bill. His water must be frozen. He's eating snow.
Mom, show Grandma!
Oh, isn't that lovely? Say hi to Grandma, Bill.
Hi, Grandma! I'm a witch!
Oh, God. You want her? Take her. Andrew's tunneling up. Whoa. Andrew. I'm going to fall. Andrew's tunneling. Billy, where are you at?
He's inside.
Here's his feet. You gonna come? You coming through that hole, Bill?
Yeah, go ahead through.
There he is. He's coming through. I think I got frostbite. Tunnel through, Bill.
What?
Tunnel through. Jeez. Tunnel through.
No.
Wave to your grandma, Bill.
We need it a little bit taller over there. We're at the quarter. Okay.
Bill, aren't you? Never listen. There's more.
Hi, Grandma. We have a couple. Stay home.
To be young and enjoy this. I can't wait to get in.
You gonna go in?
Look, the tunnel of the house.
Oh.
Jeez,
Come on, Marcy. Marcy, careful, because this could fall in.
Well, Billy ain't fitting through that hole, that's for sure. There's Andrew's butt. Okay.
Hit my knees, defrost a little bit.
Now, Andrew, just think. What's this? March, that's 3 months you'll be in Florida, if you get your grades.
I'm pulling a B so far in math. I'm doing a lot better in all my classes.
Well, that's good to hear. And Billy, how are you doing, Mr. Deficiency?
Hey, I got deficiency too.
There he comes. There's Billy.
Take care, Grandma.
You want to go up and see Grandma? Come with me.
Trying to get the rest of the snow out, Andrew.
Hey, why don't you come up and stand in front of Grandma's house so she can see how tall the drift is?
Sure, wait a minute.
Good thing you're not there, Gub. Couldn't get in or out.
Wait, I will. Hey.
There comes Billy.
Stay right here.
Gosh, what a nut.
Mom!
There we go.
Mom, I'm right here!
Yeah, I see.
Come here!
There's Andrew.
Mom! Help me!
There's Marcy. Help her. Don't let her pull his leg.
Okay, Marcy, give me your
We're
hand.
going to go up the hill, Gub.
Marcy, give me your hand.
See how. Hopefully I'll be as good as Pastor's B is. He did good. Jeez, I can't even get up there. Look at the drift in front of the barn. Oh, there they are. Uh-huh.
This is new.
There's the path Clyde and Billy walked down 2 times.
Huh?
There's a goofy dog. There's Billy. Hey, where'd Marcy go?
She's in there.
I'll tell her to come on.
Marcy, come on. Hey, Andrew, look over at the swing set. Look at that snow heap. Man, we got some snow around here, Grandma. Come on, Marcy, come
Look, the door's open.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Maybe next winter Clyde will have his yard. He says that every year. I told him the other night he better put covers so you see it's in the yard. Told him he better put covers on the dog, and he smiled. I said they might not last the night. He smiled. He didn't want to do it. There they come. Let's go up the hill. Chuck just plowed that yesterday. Oh, this is hard to take videos and walk in this stuff. Oh no, get to the level. I want to shut this off till this is where it gets icy. Doors at the Linhart.
Go stand by the tile. Don't knock us down.
There's your snowdrift glove.
Don't touch it.
Look, it's always touching
Come on,
your
Marcy, get over here.
Come on. There's Billy being the boss. Smooth tall snow. Look how deep. There's snow fall? No. Look, more, twice her height. There's Marcy. She's going. There's your neighbor's house.
Hey!
Oh, terrible. There's, help your sister, Bill.
Oakley, the choice of the new generation.
Look at her.
One, two, three, Bill.
Help her, Bill.
2, 3,
Tell Grandma Bye. Let's look at the snowdrift in her house. There's my new car. And it's just lovely. There's some kids in Barry and Linhart. Look how high it is in the front of
Come on, Mars, you can get up.
Let me show you your house.
Yes, you can.
You can look how high. Hey, Billy, stand behind it. Look how high this drift is. See what Marcy's crying about. Come on, Mars. Stuck. Billy left her again. What's it do? There's another drift. Look, almost as high as the second panel on your door. Look how tall that sucker is. Well, you can tell nobody's here. Billy better dig that out. See, there's one here. Look at this guy. Yes. Hey, you're just throwing stuff at me. Look. There's your stuff. There's where it starts. Come on, just tuck her in.
Over here, Bill. No, better yet.
Look at Linhart sits up to their trees. They're right. I'll say they're right in a minute. Look at that. You can tell Chuck worries about us and cleared us all up. Look at the yard. See those lasers, Dad. See the frost. Look. How much snow. That's enough of this. My finger's frozen off. It's so cold it's getting hot. I keep calling. Come on. Look how high she is. Can't even see the wall. Higher than your wall. There they are. That's a new deal. Lovely. Let's see if you can see the house. Trailer. Okay, now that's it. Fair enough. Hey guys! Bill! Hey, Andrew.
What?
Tell Grandma goodbye.
Bye, Laverne. I'll see you this summer.
Bye.
Bye, Grandma. See you this summer.
Mars. Just snowed yesterday. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Look at this. There's where the wind whipped around. Right there. What's your thing? Oh, there's your thing. See how the wind whipped around? See? You believe how big that is? Look at all that snow. That's Morris's house. I'll show you how deep they dug this snake up. Look how deep that is. Listen to that. Just get on the trap. Take your gloves off, Bill.
No, she took it off.
Oh.
Because I got my gum and I tried to get it.
You don't need gum. But you don't miss that. Look at her go.
Help me.
I'm going to help you. Come on. Come up here. Look at her. Poor thing. How to help her. Bill, back at the Carroll Township Road Crew. He's helping Bill on Steve's car. Bye. Gub, here's Morris. She's going to go sled ride. What's her sail? Oh, right. That was a good one, Morris. Go fast like you were. Wait, she'll do it again. She just kept on moving. Oh, what a goofball. She's not having fun. She's mad. What fun that is. She'll do it again, I'm sure. Look, this is your way to your porch, Gub. Make sure I don't kill myself.
I'm making a really big tunnel the size of this tunnel.
Wait, I want to see how big it's going to get inside before I kill myself. Sorry now, Andrew.
We're having fun making these tunnels, Vern. Wish you could be here to have fun with them.
Look at this. Look how high this is, Gub. Look, there's your railing.
What used to be it?
Look. Wait, Morris. Look how high this is. Look.
Take a picture of me inside my humble abode.
Look at this. This is what's in front of your porch.
Oh, Vern! It is fun! Here, I'll get in my humble abode.
Wait, Morris. It's really in here. This is your drift.
Oh, yeah, this is fun.
No, this is tons of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, this is signing off on the Hessel stage. And wait, let me get Marcy. And again. Watch her. What a goof. There she goes. She's gonna go now. Watch her. She ain't scared of nothing. Whoa. Now she had to walk all the way back up for another fun-filled second. Or is it in my book? She said she'll do it again. Isn't this just what you wanted to see? It's cold out here. Just wanted to show you time.
Okay. I'll be back here. I'll be right back.
Andrew wants to come.
Let me get one for myself. And then we'll go down together, okay?
Well, go down together first, Andrew.
Okay.
Oh, he's all hard to get along with. Okay.
So, come on first.
There's a love tree. I see feet. They're ready. They're gonna go. There they go. Whoa, look at them. Can't go in the deep snow because they don't go in the deep snow. Well, what a way to get your groceries down the hill. Remember when we fell? That's enough of this. This is too cold. They have to stay dining out. Maybe, unless they do something else, Stella, you might want to say. You're being a nice friend. Pulling Marcy. I wouldn't pull myself up, let alone her. That's clearing off our road line.